Hello guys, this is Emerald Gamer Advanced. Today I'm going to list every single USA state by what they're best at, what they were first at, something positives and negative about them. So, here we go. These are not any specific order. Colorado. In this amazing state, you can find such places as Garden of the Gods and many others. In this beautiful state, you can go skiing without any problem unless you suck. And you're most likely to get frostbite if you have no jacket. Colorado was first at being on my list. Georgia. Georgia was the first state to win a college football championship. And they also have an amazing football team in the NFL and college. But yet, in their capital city, Atlanta, the traffic there is awful. But they do produce the most peaches in every state. They have an average of about 10,000 tons per year. Alaska. Alaska is the largest state in the United States, followed by Texas, Colorado, California, screwed my life, in Montana. For a few months, there's no sunset, which, if you're scared of the dark, no problem there. But just be careful, because up there in Alaska, it is as cold as crap. It is also the leading state in snowfall. Indiana. Indiana was the first state to enter the college football. And the state is just flat out beautiful. But the pollution there is so thick that you can see it from space. It also has the biggest university there at Notre Dame. Next is Arkansas. Here in Arkansas, you can see the Crater of Diamonds State Park, because Arkansas is the #1 producer of diamonds in the USA. Arkansas University has one of the best logos out of all football teams. But yet, their team has only won one college football playoff and is number 109 out of 130 last season. Oregon, the 9th largest state. Now Michigan. The first state in a coastline of water. Even though it looks like California has the most, it actually doesn't. And also, the state of Michigan has 2 peninsulas and is the 11th largest. But it is also very lame. This is Nevada. It is the 7th largest state. Kansas. Kansas is the 15th largest state. West Virginia. West Virginia is #1 state in obesity per capita. And it is basically a beta version of Virginia. It is also the only state with the name West in it. Next is Tennessee. Tennessee is the first state to have Elvis Presley born in it. Lol. And is also a state that loves the guitar. Oh, so doesn't Nashville kind of sound like Hashville? Haha, I suck. Delaware. Sweet Delaware. Delaware was the first state to enter the Union, and is nice and small, but it has the worst flag out of them all. It is leading at annual boredom. Lol, but true. I can't tell a freaking joke. Next is Iowa, 26th largest state. Wyoming. Wyoming is the first state to have a buffalo on its flag. And there's a lot of free land if you want some. It is the least populated, and the District of Columbia has 100,000 more people than it. Alabama is #1 at college football by winning the most national championships. It is also a very nice and quiet state, just like Delaware. It also has the most EF5 tornadoes, tied with Oklahoma. It is also the state leading in the production of peanuts. Next is New York. It has the second largest city in it. It has the third amount of people in population-wise. Next is South Carolina, the 41st largest state, and also has a crappy palm tree flag. Next is Idaho. Idaho is the first state to look like that you could just pick it up and hit your head with it. It is also leading in the USA in the production of potatoes.
We want potatoes, we want them now.
Missouri, the 21st largest state. Now, North Dakota, it is nice and very, very, very much empty. Just look at all these photos brought to you by Google. Utah, the first and only state to have a lake in it that is salt, named Great Salt Lake. It is also very beautiful at springtime. In fall, the allergies are on. Salt Lake City actually gets more annual snow than Anchorage,
Alaska.
Next is Maine. They have so many nice places and scenery, but just most of all, they have lobster. And it was also the only state with one syllable. Maine. Maine also has no college or NFL team. Florida, where Cape Canaveral and St. Augustine is. And don't forget about beautiful, beautiful, trashy Miami. Here in Florida, they have the most populated city in the world. Well, actually, largest. Good Lord, my voice is messed up. So they have the Falling Water State Park in Chipley, which is actually the largest waterfall in Florida. It's also a hurricane magnet. It is the first in annual tourism. Has the best beaches. It also has the largest city in the world. And yes, I did look this all up. Jacksonville, or Duval County. Next is Virginia. Virginia is the state to have every single, or close to every single, or basically most presidents born in it. Also, this is where George Washington was born, and you can also go up to Mount Vernon to see his grave. Respect, my dude. Also, and tell me, does this not look like that Virginia was so very screwed up back in the colonial days? To me, it is. New Jersey, the 42nd largest state. Arizona, where the Grand Canyon is and where you can go visit the Four Corners. Right in there. It is also the worst place to be during October and August. Those are the hottest months there, to where temperatures exceed to above 110 degrees. Illinois is the first state to have Abraham Lincoln born in it because it is the only state. It also has the world's largest bean. If you want a photo of it, here it is. Right here.
Yum, yum.
Next is Oklahoma. They are sooner than us. I suck. I think I deserve a slap in the head for that. Wisconsin. Wisconsin is the #1 state in producing milk. Cold as crap. Trust me, the temperatures there are cold as crap. Also, don't make me forget about the Green Bay Packers thing, their stadium. It gets so cold there during the winter games. Note to self, build a freaking roof. Pennsylvania, there you can find the Liberty Bell. Minnesota, the 14th largest state. Next is Kentucky. It is the 37th largest state and is famous for my Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nebraska, the 16th largest state. South Dakota, the 17th largest state and is famous for Mount Rushmore. New Mexico, the 5th largest state. Vermont. There they have the amazing, new and improved Ben & Jerry's Flavor Graveyard. Maryland. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Maryland. And I just want to keep on saying beautiful. Maryland is the 44th largest state. Texas. Texas is the first state to be entered into the Union after Florida, because Florida was 27 and Texas was 28. Also, if you were there during Harvey, respect. Also, Houston there is a beautiful place. I love the traffic and a lot of the people just screaming at you to go. Okay, this is Hawaii. Is where the first black president, Barack Obama, was born. There's a beautiful beach, and there's also a volcano hazard. It's also the second most toured state annually. Here we go, Mississippi. Mississippi is the 31st largest state. California, where there's more earthquakes there a year, and where this famous show is. Da 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 da. Nickelodeon. That's what channel it is on. And you might remember this show from back in the Just if you live there, you have a 1 in 30% chance of having your rear end caught on fire. I guarantee that there are like 10 animals out there. Rip and respect. So much crap. Brought to you by Google. Washington, the first and only state to be named after a president. Nice scenery. Crap. Cold. And guess what? Seattle has a fountain. I want my fountains. This is Massachusetts, the 46th largest. This is Connecticut, the most beautiful state. They are one of the best at women basketball, but worst at college football. For 3 years in a row now, they have been 130 out of 130 in the rankings. Looks like UConn just wasn't ready for this. This is Montana, the 4th largest state. This is Ohio, where these two, etc., knuckleheads live, which obviously have no common sense. Oh yeah, they also won the 2019 college playoff against Alabama. They kicked some butt. Louisiana, the Pelican State, also where 7 WrestleManias were held there. And the Mississippi River looks like crap, but it has the best pizza. New Hampshire, the 45th largest state. Rhode Island, the smallest state. Last but not least, North Carolina. Here at Kitty Hawk, this is where the Wright brothers took their first ever flight. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If anything offended you, it offended you. If it did, just leave a comment down below, because this wasn't meant to offend anyone. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if we can get up to about, since I haven't got very many likes, let's get up to 3 likes. And then me and my brother will do, let's do a prank war. We'll do that. If we can get 3 likes on this video, and about up to 15 views in the first week. So, that has been my video. Have an amazing day. Depression is amazing, and goodbye.